on behalf of my husband, Gerard Farrell, and is this okay, because I don't usually talk through a week, and all of his family and his friends, I would like to say thank you so much for inducting him into the Knights of the Round Table. This is a very special honor, and I wish he could be here to receive it. I realize how appreciated he was, and that video was pretty amazing. Thank you, everybody who participated in that. I also want to give a shout out to all the wonderful friends and colleagues who are here to honor Jerry. I should just ask you guys to stand up. I mean, my family is here. The guys he grew up with from elementary school are here. And by the way, we still see them all. I mean, this is so special. Anyway, Jerry died in 2003, and to know that people still remember him and still hold him dear is very special to me and to our children. It tells us a lot about the legacy that he left. A lot has happened since Jerry's death, among our friends, at McQuaid, in our country, and in our world. At the time of his death, we went from happiness to sadness to political disaster in 3 days. Jerry died on March 18, 2003. One day previous, our Irish family, and hopefully all the other people in the world, were celebrating St. Patrick's Day, a tradition that we have held on to in Jerry's memory. One day later, on March 19th, we invaded Iraq and began the Iraq War. It seems that our country has been in turmoil ever since, but in our personal lives, our friendships have continued to blossom, and many of our friendships are because of Jerry and his charismatic and comedic personality. We continue to dwell on the happy times and the happy stories, and we continue to cherish those friendships. Many of you, if you knew Jerry, may have only known the exceptional and caring guidance counselor he was. But he was more than that. A few facts. His family and friends were precious to him. He could keep a room laughing as he told a story that had no semblance of truth. And a good example of that is the Pope painting. For all of you people who saw the Pope painting in his office and thought it was really signed by the Pope, well, guess what? You were wrong. The friendships he shared in his youth are still strong today, and in fact, many of those friends are here tonight. He was always happy to stay home and relax with family, but he was married to someone who always wanted to go out and party. He loved to sit on the front porch and talk to the neighbors. He could have been a historian. He knew so much about American history, and he knew all the personal stories about all our American heroes. Since Jerry died, our family has grown, adding spouses, partners, and grandchildren. Those of you who knew Jerry knew that he loved to brag about the kids. Well, he'd be holding your attention a lot longer now, bragging about kids and grandkids. We'd be so proud to know who they have become, and to know they're all giving back to their communities. They're teachers, organizers, coaches, parents, counselors, explorers, but most of all, great friends to each other. They make me proud, and Jerry would love to be here to be telling their stories. In closing, I want to say something about the relationship Jerry had with his students. He considered them his kids. He worried about them, shared stories and laughter with them, and listened to them. He spoke often of their successes and cared deeply that they would be happy and comfortable in their future placements. He knew the admissions counselors personally and never had any hesitation about calling them to say, hey, this young man would succeed in your university. He advised the students to make a wise choice in their college placement and gave them the tools for making that decision. He knew the students would excel in an environment that suited their needs, and that was Jerry's goal. The students were Jerry's second family, and my family and I, and many of our friends, are happy to be here today to celebrate that. Thank you so much.